Hey guys, what is up? Shadolance back for another review. Today I'm going to be doing my second XM8 review. I haven't done a review in a couple of days, so let me catch up to speed here a bit. But I am going to go over the stats right off the bat to make this easier. I'm going to have a damage of 41, a portability of 65, a rate of fire of 75, an accuracy of 88, and a recoil of 68. So the damage and rate of fire are above average already. The accuracy is also far above average. This gun, the XM8, is a well-known superpower weapon. A lot of people use this over the Valkyrie due to the better stats, just in general. Although it is quite a bit easier, in my opinion, to tap fire the Valkyrie. So, I mean, just the way that the scope works and stuff, I prefer that for assault rifles. Although I do appreciate the L9 sniper scope on this. It's useful for some situations over others. This gun has a 30 of 90 ammo count, although its upgraded variants, the Scorpions and the Spiders, which come out around the time of the Scorpions versus Spiders event, or other way around, Spiders versus Scorpions, they were released for the second round of that this summer, or late summer, yeah, I think so. But anyway, they were released for the late summer. For the first time, they were not out for the very first time they put the Spiders vs. Scorpions out. I'm just going to call it SVS, it's easier. But anyway, so SVS was the first time we saw those for the second round of SVS. So, looking good. Anyway, this gun does have the L9 sniper scope, very, very high magnification. I don't know if it's quite as high as the Valkyrie, but it's definitely very high accuracy. The recoil pattern is much more easy to manage than the Valkyrie for spraying in scope. This is more of a circular pattern. The Valkyrie has more of a V-shaped pattern, just in general. It's a very the Valkyrie has a very sharp V-shape with a very small angle in between the V. Sorry for going math on you there, guys, but the best way to describe the gun. Honestly, though, I would not buy this weapon simply because the G36, in my opinion, is better, and it does have better damage drop-off than the XM8. Let me whip up the Valkyrie stats here, but first I'm going to compare this to the Spiders. Okay, so by the way, the Spiders and the Scorpions are the exact same in every aspect except for the fact that they sound different. The Spiders has a more high-pitched sound similar to the original XM8, maybe a slightly higher pitch, whereas the Scorpions has more of a low thudding sound, very similar to the AK-47. That's kind of weird thudding sound. You get that a lot with the Scorpions. So anyway, by the way, all variants of this weapon can be equipped with a suppressor and a magazine, so that stands true for all variants. Anyway, so going on with the XM8 versus the Spiders, the damage is the same, the portability is the same, the rate of fire is the same, the accuracy is the same, and the recoil gets a 2-point decrease to the Scorpion and Spiders variants. Also, the Scorpion and Spiders variants have an extra 20 total shots with 35-shot magazines. They have the extra ammo for that, so that's really convenient. Also, I do have to apologize, guys. This gameplay, if you guys haven't noticed by now, was before the Nemexis event was released. I happened to get the XM8 for one day. Don't remember how, maybe it was a Miss 99 or something, but anyway, I got it for one day, and I didn't want to waste it. It didn't go into my inbox, so I really wanted to get the footage done, but I wasn't planning on releasing the review until later because it was such a surprise review, so that's why this review is out a little bit later than I intended to. Well, not that I didn't intend to put it out later, but I had other things planned, so I'm sorry this review is a bit late, but I did definitely agree that this gun needed a upgrade from my last review. This review needed to be redone, because the other one followed my old style of review. But anyway, I am going to compare this to the Valkyrie now because a lot of people are going to be asking that question. Let me go ahead and whip up the stats for that. I hadn't thought to open those up prior to this. I don't know why I didn't, but let me go ahead and open those up. I'll compare it to the regular... Sorry, I'll compare it to the Valkyrie because that's the NX variant. That'd be fair. I mean, you guys can always try out the G36E regular because it's, you know, it's just incredibly low rank and something that everyone should be able to try and definitely should try at some point in the game. But anyway, so compared to the Valkyrie has a 4-point damage increase to 45 damage. That is a huge amount of damage. That's one of the reasons the gun is so OP in many opinions. Many people's opinion. The portability is kind of low though. The portability is only 57 on the Valkyrie compared to the XM8's whopping 65. The rate of fire is 68, which is lower than the XM8's 75. So the XM8 has a much higher rate of fire. The accuracy on the Valkyrie is 2 points higher, and the recoil, well, at 90, which is similar to the L9 series, if you guys were wondering, and the recoil is the same at 68. So basically, would you guys rather have portability and rate of fire, or would you rather have damage and good damage drop-off and accuracy versus the opposite? In my opinion, I prefer the Valkyrie because portability, you can always whip out a pistol or something, and while it is quite a bit less portable, I believe we said it was 7 points less if I check that again. No, 8 points less, actually. So, in my opinion, I don't value portability as much as I value the extra 4 points of damage and the less damage drop-off. However, there's a couple things that are more true about the XM8. The XM8 also has much faster spread recovery, and I don't actually know about the draw speed. I could quickly look at that and see what I think about that. There's some animations at the bottom of both of these pages, thankfully. Draw speed on the Valkyrie is very fast. Let's see. Where's the draw speed? Let's take a look at this thing. Okay, so it looks like the Valkyrie has a much faster draw speed just from looking at it. I did some quick clocking on that real fast. But the Valkyrie definitely has a faster draw speed. It's not by a lot, but it is a nice little perk. But anyway, also the Valkyrie does have the harder to control recoil and scope. Another thing is, I do not believe that the spread on the XM8 gets quite as big, and with the faster spread recovery, it's typically a more accurate acting assault rifle, despite the fact that the stat is lower. So it's really, which kind of stat do you prefer? Do you prefer having the better tapping with damage and accuracy, or do you prefer to have the faster spread recovery with portability and fire rate? In my opinion, you only need one of these guns, and since the G36 is available for GP, you might be better off getting the XM8, considering that there is no variant for this out for GP at the time. I actually would not be surprised if they released a GP variant, but I wouldn't count on it being anytime soon, considering that they have many more options to release for GP guns about now. Lots of guns that have NX variants, such as the JNG and KNT, are much more apt to be able to have a GP variant with a lot of the new guns they're releasing. We also saw the release of several new shotgun and machine gun GP weapons, along with some NX ones to go with, like the Minimi Para. Those are obviously NX, and the other variants of that. So I would be expecting to see some more GP weapons. Probably not assault rifles, to be honest, though. I think they might be laying off the forged weapons for a while. They haven't released one for a couple of weeks now, and I don't think they'd be releasing any more anytime soon, unless they were to release a GP weapon that also had a forged variant to come out with it. So, unless that was going to happen, I wouldn't expect any more forged weapons anytime soon. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm just making educated, and I can't even say the word right, educated guesses. But at any rate, both of these weapons are absolutely fantastic. They are both great for competitive gameplay. It's just, which do you prefer statistically? Performance-wise, it's kind of difficult to notice a difference, other than the portability and the type of recoil, and obviously the scope is noticeable as well. If you didn't notice that the scope was different, then you might want to have your eyes checked. Because if I noticed it, I don't know why you guys wouldn't, because my eyes are horrible. But at any rate, so I would hope you guys... Oh, another thing, I think I forgot to mention this, both guns are fully automatic. I figured that'd be kind of obvious, but then I realized, well, I didn't say that, so maybe I should. Both guns are fully automatic, and by default, both guns have the 30 of 90 spread. So, I mean, that's all the same. Sorry, ammo capacity, so that's kind of the same, if you guys didn't know that, so just saying. But other than that, I think that covers pretty much everything to do with the gun. I have a couple of series that I'm going to be... I'm kind of done talking about the gun now, if you guys didn't notice. But I have a few series that I'm going to be starting. I got permission from UCD. I asked him if I could do some kind of intro to combat arms videos similar to what he's doing to cover some things that he's not covering. I'm going to be including the lingo vid that I promised with that series. I'm also going to be doing a weapons video for GP and NX, a map video, a mode video, a fire team video, and an abilities video. And if I get requests for any more, I'm not going to put my comparison videos in that category because that's more of a tactics series. I'm going to include those in my tactics series. I've had those requested quite a bit recently, so I thought I might as well. Also, this Ghost Town gameplay at the end here is meant to be kind of funny. It's a little bit of a lag gameplay, but it's actually quite interesting to watch. It's not meant to be serious gameplay, so please don't take that into account. But thank you guys for watching this review. Please rate, comment, subscribe. The subscribe part's important. The watching more is also important. Please do so. Get your friends to rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video after I kill this guy and then turn around and kill the guy right behind me. I'm going to turn... Oh, maybe not. Bye, guys.
You know what? Given the intelligence of the people who watch this show, this is probably a good thing to teach. Because my guess is when they're not trying to operate heavy machinery with their butt cheeks, they're probably trying to do something stupid like this. I mean, what else could you possibly teach that would be as stupid as that?
Even you can learn something from a sloth.
Fuck this show!